Attention small business owners, today we're talking about how to market your small business. Hey, I'm Coach Molle from the Visibility Hacking Movement, and we help small businesses blast up their visibility, get highly visible online, helping them attract their ideal clients and helping them therefore make more money online. But it all comes down, it all starts with the right kind of marketing process, the right kinds of systems, and what we like to call a connection machine. That's what's really going to ignite this for you guys. So that's what we're talking about in today's video. Marketing your small business is essential to your success. With the tools we have at our fingertips, your ability to connect with your ideal customers, whether they're as close as down the street from you in your same neighborhood, or around the globe. Marketing costs for small businesses have dropped because of our access to these awesome digital tools. And so in this video, we're going to show you how to leverage these tools, get massively visible online, and start connecting to your ideal customer. If this interests you, if you want to get your small business really visible and loud online, then stay tuned. I'll see you soon. We're going to start by talking about where to get started and how to build a local community of loyal customers. And at the end of the video, I'll show you how to reach potential customers around the globe. Stay tuned. See you after the intro. No matter where you are in your journey of developing your business, no matter how loud you want to get with your visibility online, my first step for you, where you have to get started, is starting to build your social profiles. Don't try and be on every single platform at the same time, but instead, I want you to be really intentional about the platform that you pick, and I want you to pick just one or maybe two platforms. Ideally, you should be focusing your energy on building your visibility on one platform at a time. Once you've built that visibility, once you've mastered how that platform works, how communication works, and how to build and nurture that audience, before you master all of that, you should keep your hands in managing that profile. You should be really intentional about being involved in your social profiles. Once you've mastered all of those areas, then you want to look at automating. That's when you can hand it off to a virtual assistant or a management company or whatever, but you want to make sure that you've built the brand first. Then all of those companies can take the data you've built and extrapolate it out and really expand and scale your visibility. But in order to build that strong foundation, honestly, no matter where you are in your journey, I want you to start by building your social profiles. And what I mean by anywhere in your journey, I mean if you're at the top of the mountain, you're going to be really lonely if you haven't already started your social profiles earlier in your journey. It's going to actually be harder to break in and get people's attention because they don't actually know who you are. You're not like a celebrity. Even celebrities, when they show up online, most people think they're fake accounts until they actually are able to generate that content and build that relationship out. So same thing for you guys. If you are just starting out and you're just starting to say, hey, I want to have a business online, fantastic. Share that journey, share your inspiration, share the knowledge and the geekery you have with the world. Then I want you to also think about the next stage in your journey. When you have a kick-ass offer settled, ready to launch to the world, then I also want you to get really loud. But you can't have success in your launch from your social profiles if you haven't first built that network. So even if you're just starting to launch, if you haven't already built your profiles, build them now, and so on and so forth. Start your profiles today. Also today, click the subscribe button, join us here on the channel. From my personal experience building companies online for myself, for my customers, and as collaborative efforts and community-based projects, what I've found is really important is to build a local network of loyal customers. So what could this mean? Say you're a fitness coach, but you really focus on virtual customers. Well, what's stopping you from building up a customer base that is actually geographically close to you. You can then easily incentivize and build community and build culture within your group simply by being in the same locality to each other. Sharing resources of, like, if you're a fitness coach, you can literally talk about the new grocery store that just opened up and the great products that they have available that keep you on your diet plan. Awesome. Perfect. If you're a financial coach, you can talk about other things that are happening in the local community, like new coupons that are coming out, or new banks and new financial institutions that are coming out, or great ways to spend with great things to do on a Saturday with your family that don't cost any money. All of those are possible things that you can do, and you can leverage that local community. But also, this gives you closer access to customers that you can more reasonably afford to get testimonials from, because if you want to take control over the filming of your testimonials, for example, you don't have to fly a film crew out to your customers, you don't have to get any hotels, you don't have to put any of that money out. Instead, you can go over and film it yourself on your own phone, for example, just so that you have as much control over that experience as you can. Fantastic. Local networks also help you tap into word of mouth. Then that will also help you expand. Every person in your local network is probably also connected to a much larger global network as well of people who are not connected geographically, but instead they are connected by interests. So if we find that first way to get people who have those same interests, we can generate enough data points. Literally, this is about the data points and the algorithms. We can collect enough data points by having enough people in our local network that we can then feed that data to the algorithms, which will help extrapolate and find other audience members who reflect the generalized look of who your ideal customer is based on who's engaging with your content and who's engaging with what you're putting out there, who's connecting to you. I know in the world of business, there are tons of local networks of local entrepreneurs and startups and digital entrepreneurs and mompreneurs and so on and so forth. So why not tap into those pre-existing networks, or better yet, build your own? Let me know how that goes down in the comments below. I would love to join any of your networks, so definitely let me know about them. Okay, so we talked about the importance of building your network close to home, but what about building a global community? How do we leverage these technologies in the best, most efficient way possible to help us connect to as many of our ideal customers as possible? Not just connecting to anyone who's sitting on their phone scrolling, but being intentional about the content we're creating means we can be intentional about who is viewing that content. That is what I want you to write down. Be intentional about your content means you can be intentional about who you're trying to connect with. So here's my homework. I'm honestly the biggest fan, and what I think the most intentional piece of content is a live stream. Because you're there in the moment doing what you do best. So take it from me, live stream works. And you don't need to be selling like they do on the Home Shopping Network in order to generate sales from live stream. I mean, that is totally, definitely a way to make a lot of money online, to sell great products, and we will talk about that in another video. But in this video, I want you to understand that you can use live stream technology and live stream technology. I sound so old saying it that way. You can use live streaming and live video to connect with your audience, more like a conversation and a hangout session than a sales call. And this is the perfect opportunity for you to show them what it is that you do. So I remember back when I was a kid, I used to go tag along with my mom as she went shopping everywhere, and I would always wander off. And it was guaranteed that you could find me if we were ever in a store that had those shopping display guys that would do like the demonstrations, like the knife sharpening guy and the sponge guy and the sticky tape guy and the fancy mop guy. If they were doing a live demonstration, I was just going to find a comfy chair, sit back, and watch the show. I was a kid. They weren't going to try and sell me anything. But boy, oh boy, did I find those presentations eye-catching. The same thing is happening when you show up live. Your people are looking for your solution, and you're able to serve it up to them comfortably, confidently. And you get to actually pick all the parameters, show them the examples that ring truest to you and the solutions that you bring to the world. You're able to focus in on specific obstacles and objections that your people have been experiencing. You can set the stage, create the process, reduce all of the friction points that allow your customer at their own speed to make that choice to work with you. And it's fantastic when it does. It's amazing when it does. When it does, it happened to my team recently, or a few months ago, and we looked at each other and we're like, this customer is asking for something that we haven't ever pitched to them before, but they are just so desperately engaged to work with us that they are literally starting to throw their credit cards at us. And our team was so perplexed, and we went back and we rewatched all of our lives that we had been doing recently, and we found that it was through that process that we systematically broke down and responded to and faced face to face the objections that each specific customer that has been connecting with us, that has been having conversations with us, and they've been sharing their obstacles, and they've been sharing what's been getting in the way with us. We've been able to engineer those into our presentations, into our live streams, and now the customers are calling us instead of us having to go out and find those customers. That is the secret, my friend. And if you want to learn more about building what we like to call your connection machine or your show, then join us over in the Visibility Hackers Facebook group, visibilityhacking.com. Click the link at the top that says Become a Visibility Hacker. And all you have to do is answer a couple questions. It'll pop you over into the group. I will see you over there. And until then, remember, I love you. Be excellent to each other. And go find your people. They're out there waiting for you.